From the time that I was born, my mother controlled everything I did. I was at her mercy for everything. My mother had claimed that I had seizure disorders, hearing impairment, cancer. I was forced to use a wheelchair. There was no end in sight. It was either her or me.
Gypsy Blanchard is the only victim of Munchausen syndrome by proxy who has killed their perpetrator to get out.
The best memory that I have in my entire life is the day that I got to prison. A part of me didn't want to go through with it. I'm finally telling the whole story from my words.
The prison.
I'm through and through just a roamer. I love moving, hunting for places and moments, and every day has its little beauty. Wow. And you just gotta have the right set of eyes.
One of the greatest things about being on the road is you get to meet those craftsmen, artists that are your inspirations.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Nice to meet you, man!
Sunshine beating on the good.
It's something I made with everything that's in me. So every piece is a piece of my journey.
Being able to see their workshops.
This place is beautiful.
And you get to be in their world, the world that they created.
Head darling, sleeping on the blacktop.
Building a chopper, it's a blank canvas for you to do whatever you want.
There's a certain satisfaction you get out of using your hands. It's like we're making Thor's hammer.
I had an idea about making a base. I found a way to make it happen.
My man! I love these artists. Yeah! I love that they're making it out in the backyard, and I love showing the world what you can do.
The first hit, like I knew that this is what I was supposed to do for the rest of my life.
It's all my heart. You're literally watching everything that I love. Life is short. I want to do this.
The best gift anybody can have is to share their gift. If you don't share it, it's worthless.
The way we started, obviously, was unbelievable. Maybe we were guilty of getting a bit carried away.
Opposition managers were coming out and saying, no, I think they're the team to beat this year.
We all got overexcited, and that's what football, and that's the beauty of football. And then, of course, we fell off a cliff.
Fortunate to be there as a fan, but also as a journalist, to tell that incredible story. But wow, what a story.
The story you are about to hear sounds crazy, but I can promise you it is all true.
Jared Fogle went from a nobody to a somebody. He became an icon.
He helps children all around the world. He's someone you could look up to.
As a journalist, I came to know Jared Fogle better than anyone.
There were cameras all throughout the house.
I had evidence of Jared saying what he wanted to do. He was an active pedophile. I didn't know where it would lead me. I just wanted to find out the truth.
Rochelle said, Jared from Subway wants to see pictures of my kids naked. And if I don't, he's gonna kill me.
He needed to be stopped. That's when I became an undercover asset for the FBI.
Ultimately, what's at stake with climbing is always your life. You could die in a lot of different ways on a wall. You know, it's like you can only roll the dice like that so many times. The first picture I saw of Ingmar Kortolak, it looked like death.
We will now begin our moment of silence to pay our respects to John Lennon.
Lennon was walking in, and this kid says, John Lennon.
John was laying straight out like that. No movement, nothing.
This guy just shot John Lennon.
The alleged killer is Mark David Chapman.
David Chapman.
Chapman is a photographer from Hawaii.
Why have you never spoken about it?
I just didn't want any trouble. But time's passed.
He actually apologized to us. He said, gee, I'm sorry I ruined your night. And I says, you gotta be kidding me. You just ruined your whole life.
Was somebody working with him? Was it a conspiracy? His intention was to bring fame to himself.
Was religion a motive?
And he said, my name is Mark David Chapman. You'll remember my name.
Nobody's ever given peace a complete chance. Gandhi tried it, Martin Luther King tried it, but they were shot.
This is someone that I looked up to so much, and that was the only way I knew how to make him happy. Grooming is so fast and so slow all at the same time.
Probably the only guilt I have about this whole thing is that other victims became of it.
This isn't a normal church, no. It's a cult.
Every IFB church is a powder keg ready to explode.
I hate that he was my first everything.
These people are gods. And they said, we're gonna brainwash you. We're gonna brainwash the junk out of your brain.
Women have to be submissive. He would say, this cup is poison. Drink it. You were guilt-tripped to swallow goldfish. You had to obey.
This is a training ground for pedophiles and serial rapists.
I invited the wolf with my little lambs.
He drugged me almost every time.
No reasonable person would believe that they are not responsible.
I'm talking about corporal punishment. I'm talking about forced feedings, forced starvations.
Put a finger down if you ever had to eat your own vomit.
You literally are in a box with a bolt-lock door.
There was no way out.
It got bigger and more powerful.
We uncovered 412 allegations.
People are afraid to go up against them. They threaten to kill you.
You will find everything from child abuse, sex abuse, to murder. You're exposing an empire.
It was all lies. The whole church turned a blind eye to the abuse that happened.
None of this was ever your fault.
These people will answer for what they did. I'm not gonna be quiet again.
If not on this earth, in front of God.
We will not be silenced. There's so much to tell you about it.
This is the story of the great battles of survival and the dynasties that would take over the world. From the beginning of life to today. This is
Tonight, how many people are in the house tonight now?
Mother is in rest.
Okay.
She has rested.
Amy Carlson.
They called her Mother God.
Mother God.
This is Mother God.
She is the leader of an organization called Love Has Won. She has a divine plan to help humanity.
19 billion years old, reincarnated Jesus.
She was Joan of Arc, Cleopatra. She's God.
This is Mother God and the Earth Allies. You are not alone, and we love you.
I was struggling with addiction.
Rape, torture, abuse.
That puts you in a black hole that you just can't see light out of. I was able to see her true unconditional love. She healed people. It was enticing.
We are here to shine the light on truth, and together walk out of the prison of illusion.
Exit the Matrix.
She believed she was the Messiah for this age of humanity.
She was always training us, going on live streams every day.
We had to organize as a team.
Pumpkin spiced body butter.
Love Has Won essentials.
They found a way to monetize their operation.
More people wanted to come. That's when the drama started to kick off.
The one thing about Mom is that she was going to attract some of the worst beings on the planet.
What's your name?
Father of all creation.
We were born as conscious co-creation, as Father, Mother, God.
She said, "You're brilliant." I had never heard that phrase in my life pertaining to me. When God loves you, the pressure comes.
All this energy, it belongs to us. And if you're not in right action, you're out.
It eventually took her over.
All hell broke loose.
I've been going through some stuff.
This is my fucking house.
We are gonna give you guys the truth.
No!
She drank a lot of colloidal silver.
It turns you blue! It's like, or does it?
God's here! God is here!
Surrender!
I am God!
I've been a cop for 22 years. Nothing really surprises me.
Hey guys, that back door is open.
But the idea that you can save someone before they come to harm?
Hey.
What is that? That's why I want to work missing persons. I've got a new case. David Taylor. He just won the lottery.
10-year-old Mamira Watson.
Sierra Stevens.
Every second that passes, this child is suffering.
1,500 people go missing in the U.S. every single day. It's not over until you find the person or you find their body. This has so much blood on it.
I am so sorry.
It's starting to look like a homicide.
Do you think he may have done something to her? He is freaking me out.
You don't run because you're right. You run because you're wrong.
All these cops accused me. Did you kill your mom? I refuse to go quietly into that good night, man.
These are not just cases. They're people.
Amira, we're never gonna stop looking for you.
You need to keep going. It's like an obsession.
Oh, I think that's her. I think that's her.
Why does it have to be the one person that I did everything with? He would have given anything to protect her.
Everyone was like, Paul, don't drive. And Paul would snap back and be like, well, this is my fucking boat.
He was out of his mind drunk.
Y'all know Alec Murdoch? That's his son.
I heard a scream and then a bang.
911, bridge emergency.
Oh, what bridge is this?
And then that's when we all started screaming for Mallory.
Alec wasn't worried about finding Mallory.
He wanted to make sure that
Lips were sealed.
They were more worried about a cover-up.
5 made it ashore alive. Mallory Beach did not.
Paul had been receiving threats from strangers.
He was scared. Speculation is running wild.
For over a century, the Murdaughs were law and order here in the 14th Circuit.
The family was under increasing amount of stress.
911 with your emergency.
My wife and child got badly.
It didn't seem real at the time.
The double homicides of Maggie and Paul really changed everything.
I think this may very well be related to the death of Mallory Beach. What was the motivation other than revenge?
There are facts that don't add up and bodies tied to this family.
The Murdaughs would just make someone disappear.
There were so many rumors that Buster and Steven were intimate together.
Steven's death is now intertwined with the Murdaughs.
Gloria had found drugs under Alec's bed.
She knew too much.
Moselle. It's like massive playground.
The way Paul told it, it was for drugs and strippers and everything. You can't believe everything Paul says, neither.
They were okay with us drinking. They always get us alcohol.
You drink like that to escape.
This is the fall of a dynasty, it's a fall from grace.
I do believe that Alec Murdaugh would kill Paul and Maggie.
There you are, scared for your life. It's either do or die.
The first time I ever laid eyes on the mansion, I thought, oh, this place is spectacular.
There was something about the Playboy brand that had a little bit more of a mystique to it.
Be a playmate, it's a ticket to the high life.
It was fantasy land.
We were like rock stars. I remember her saying that all that glitters isn't gold.
Not everybody is who they say they are.
A cross-border manhunt is underway tonight.
She said she thought she may have been drugged.
He's suspected of brutally murdering his wife.
She just was the epitome of a model.
She wanted the world, and she went after it.
These horrible things could really happen to anyone. These were real people with real families. When you pose nude, a lot of people seem to think it grants them some kind of ownership of you.
I do love you.
It starts this vicious spiral.
None of us knew the road would lead to the dead end that it did.
There ended up being 6 shots.
They got into her room. They saw what clearly was a body.
No one who loved a human being would do this. She was beaten that bad.
Nothing can prepare you for that.
I was saying to myself, it's like a movie. Am I watching a movie about myself?
We're the tip of the spear. Everybody knew it was dangerous. But there was no way out.
It's no problem. All is fair in love and war.
I had no doubts, I tell you frankly, because if I had doubts, I would shoot him.
Operation Pimlico was the most audacious and brave attempt ever undertaken to rescue an officer from Moscow.
Once you get past the Taliban, you're to hunt down bin Laden and his lieutenants, and you're telling me I get to lead the attack? Yes.
Noriega was the dictator in Panama who was involved in narcotics trafficking.
We can't find him, and so the hunt starts.
We were literally bringing together ancient methods of warfare and combining it with 21st century technology.
This was more complex than going to the moon.
The basic principle was shoot and don't talk.
They killed the wrong guy.
Shall we start?
Violent death of undetermined means.
When shocking crimes.
He killed my mom.
There's foul play.
Left a trail of questions.
Why didn't they investigate my sister's case?
They found answers that changed everything.
It needs to be made right.
Nothing's gonna stop me from investigating it.
You take it to the streets because the streets have the answer.
Terry Sanderson alleged that Ms. Paltrow crashed into him and caused him a brain injury.
She just slammed him.
Terry Sanderson was suing actress Gwyneth Paltrow
for over $300,000 in damages from a ski collision.
Cognitive issues, physical issues, emotional issues.
He seemed very, very sure that what he was saying was the truth.
She did not cause this accident. Harry Sanderson ran into her.
This was a good example of a he said, she said.
2 skis came between my skis.
I heard a blood-curdling scream.
There's a lack of video evidence.
She's never changed her story.
Paltrow only asked for $1 in a symbolic amount, showing that this wasn't about money, but about fault.
For Paltrow, her reputation, there was a lot at stake here.
There are people who love to hate her.
Terry Sanderson was looking to be famous and was looking to chase a celebrity.
He didn't know who it was.
Who was at fault? I think it's more likely than not that he hit her.
Essentially, the only 2 people in this world who know the truth are Gwyneth Paltrow and Terry Sanderson.
I'm here to prove that truth.
I did not cause the accident.
Knock, knock. Anybody home?
Welcome to a different kind of music show.
I'm trying to show the world that a bass player can do many things.
Absolutely. That covers all the bases.
I feel like bass playing is so easy.
Don't say that. Join me, Geddy Lee, singer and bass guitarist of the band Rush. Hello. As I travel to the homes of 4 bass legends and dive deep into their lives.
Off we go. Wow, this is intense.
I'm full of surprises, my friend. And their inspirations.
Canning is a lot like playing the bass guitar.
After you do a fine bass part, it's in the can. Plus some fun making music. Now that's effing magic. As I try to answer one really important question. Are bass players human too?
Yes, I believe so.
14 years old, if I could have imagined the day when I'd be helping Geddy Lee off with his coveralls, I would have myself.
Is this what they call good TV?
Bugs. Give me the scaly, the squishy. Oh, she's fluffy. The beadier the eyes, the better. Okay, this is getting weird. Can we move on? These curious creatures crawl, creep, and climb their way through life. I'm talking about epic tales on a miniature scale, and it's all real. Yeah, we do it live. Yep, even that one. Stories of stingers and stalkers will leave you squirming for more. Okay, so you're kind of freaky, but I mean that in the best way. Join me, Aquafina, as we explore the extraordinary.
I just don't know what I would do without dance. I'd just be like normal, but that's not fun. I'd rather have dance.
Am I gonna make it?
This course is extremely hard work and not all of you will make it through the year.
Yes. Will I get an agent at the end of the year?
I think I probably will be one of the 5 that makes it as a professional dancer.
Read to me a little lazy, to be fair.
Really?
Yes.
It's tiring, it's stressful. Sometimes I feel like setting the building on fire, but it's what I love.
Ta-ta-ta-ta!
When I'm auditioning kids and I say, oh, why do you want to come to Brent Street? They go, I want Cassie to train me.
If the energy next to you is not very good, leave them behind.
Cassie's a teacher. She's definitely tough on you.
You should be fighting that hard every single time.
I know I'm a bit of a psychopath sometimes.
Make me watch you. Make me want to work with you.
She's literally God to me.
But tough out of love.
In this dance world, people want to get as far as they can, and if they need to knock other people down...
Every man for themselves down there.
They will.
I wouldn't cheer for her because she's going to take your job, son.
Where do you fit in the industry?
That's part of it, finding where I belong.
And go!
I don't have to give you permission to be a dancer.
I've struggled a lot with confidence growing up as a dancer.
You just have to believe it.
There's not much I really know how to do to fix it.
This is where your dreams come true.
This is it. This is where you discover who you are.
Do not let one moment go by that you are not fighting for your life.
좀 크게 하면 안 돼요? 저기 8시 시작하죠?
네, 정확이요.
이런 친구는 어떻게든 데뷔를 해야 한다라는 게 제 생각이었고
진짜 못 빠지게 살았다. 도망가려고 했거든요, 진짜. 진심으로.
잘 지냈냐?
레벨업을 하고 있는 듯한 느낌? 그 정도면 할 거 다 해본 거예요, 진짜. 이 투어를 하면 되는 상황이었는데
사과 콘서트는 취소.
다 뒤로 밀어둔 채 이렇게만 사는 거예요. 아무도 만나지 않고.
제 개인적인 삶에 뭔가 변화가 있기를 희망을 하며 기다렸어요. 이걸 보려고 아직까지 참아온 것 같다고. 더욱 열심히 살았고 그 말을 먼저 하고 싶어요. 인테리어 제가 직접 했어요.
이 공간에서 작업도 하고 흐르면 흐르는 대로 강무처럼 한번 살아보자.
저만의 색깔을 또 찾아가는 길이니까.
일단 가보자. 우리가 안 겪어봤으니 다 같이 한번 가보자.
나 자신을 좀 알아가는 좀 시간이지 않을까? 모두가.
Let's go upstairs now and read, okay? Why does the NFL have so many rules against hitting quarterbacks? The quarterback throwing a pass is wide open for dangerous hits. An injury to the quarterback can sink a team's entire season.
Damn it! I'm gonna take you out here. No, hell no. I'm good.
This is about as close as they'll ever get to seeing what it's like to be a quarterback in this league.
I dedicate my life to football.
All day, all day.
I love to compete. I love the relationships that come with that. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
He score? He's down? Oh, I would have gotten up. Everybody sees the game days, but they don't see the day-to-day grind.
Every season's a roller coaster.
Hey, you get one opportunity a week.
Marcus will keep it and score.
Let's go!
It's really nice to get him away from football and spend time with our family.
Oh my gosh, he made it the first try.
How many did y'all make?
I can do that one.
Just kind of a basic guy.
We call it dad style.
If ever I do go out of my shell, it seems to become a thing.
Dive in.
Let's go. This was the turducken. You get one game plan one game, then a completely different game plan the next. That's a good ass hit, though. Great play, dog.
I know what I signed up for.
You just got to be able to buckle your chin strap up.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
My instinct has always been I'm going to be the guy to make the play. And I think that kind of gets me in trouble.
Let's go out there and find a way to drag our ass across the finish line.
Mahomes is in trouble, scrambling to his right. Gets off the hit, and now fires it late. Touchdown!